Hey guys, I feel like I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but it's been way too long since the last city update. Now that has multiple reasons, and the main reason being I'm very lazy. And yeah, that's just a bad habit, but I did some stuff in the city. I'm gonna show you that in this update, and let's have a good time. Okay, so I did some work over there in the residential area, but before I'm gonna show you that, I wanna ask you a question very quickly. I updated to 60 frames per second in my videos. This is the first video that I'm doing with that, and I just wanna know if that's better or if that's unnecessary. I don't know, I feel like 60 frames per second is quite a bit smoother. Yeah, so tell me that in the comments. I think it's nicer, so I'm gonna keep that for now. Another thing, I have new lights, but I forgot them at home. I don't have them here in this city room in the house where my city is. So yeah, I have to use this stupid lamp up there, but we are going to make that work. Let's get into the Lego stuff. And you might be able to see it already, but I did most of the work in that area. So the residential area is in universe, in the universe where my city would be. It would continue after the train tracks here and be like, I don't know, quite a big area back there, but I have only two houses because, well, I don't have enough space to do more, but they represent the beginning of that area, and I try to make it look like they fit in that area and they just look good. So I've been doing some things and trying to make these look here as good as possible. So I built a hedge around that house. You can see that. It goes all around there. You can get a close-up of that. Quite a simple build, but I think it looks actually very good. I also started work on the sidewalk, but I'm going to show you that from the other side a little bit closer. I put some leaves, some plants on the back of that house to make this garden of this person look a little bit nicer. Also some plants to that back wall. Now, what is that back wall? That back wall is a sound wall and, I don't know, also a wall that is meant to separate the train station from the buildings. This might look very cramped here, but I always feel like it works quite well. If you have a shot from down here, you see the train station where the train would go and all that stuff, and I think it looks really, really good. And looking from this side, you have the houses and you have that wall back there, and I think it looks very good. So I like it. At first I thought this would look very, very bad because it's all like in one place and it's so dense, but it works pretty well for me. So yeah, I'm gonna show you everything from this side now. The hedge goes around there, as I said, and then there's a small gate, for these people to get in there and to get out. Very, very small fence, but I'm trying to make this like quite high, not the standard Lego fences, because, well, if there are people coming from the train station, you probably don't want them to look into your garden directly. So I think that's quite a good solution for that. The train station itself is just using multiple elements from older sets, and I just threw them together. So now this thing is 64 studs long. It's not incredibly long, but in this city I don't think I need a longer train platform. And the roof is also quite nice. I built it in a way that it's a little bit like angled, like that, you can see. and it goes to about here. And I think I like that I made just like part of the train platform with the roof. I think that gives the other half more of a open look, and I think it looks pretty good. So I mean, here I did this with some hinge plates, very easily going up, going down again, and I think it looks pretty cool. Beneath there you got a clock here in the front, and in the back you got one of these plans, so you know where you want to go. One of these ticket machines and a few seats, lamps, things like that. So that's pretty nice, I think. And yeah, of course, you can also take that roof off like so, and it's held in place with these small wall elements or panels, or however you want to call them. Let's see if I can get this roof back on. It's not quite there yet. There we go. That's good. So it slots in place right here because this is angled. There's a gap beneath there, and that's where the wall element goes in. And here the wall element just goes behind there, and there it's in there, you can see. So it's in place. It's not really moving too much. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and this is the main progress that I made. Another thing is, of course, as you saw, the sidewalk here, and I put some flowers there. I think that looks pretty cute. I placed some of these lamps. So I basically have a plan for the city. I want to put these types of street lights all around this city with the modular buildings. So they're gonna be everywhere here, down here, and also at the start of the residential area. That's the reason I put these right there. In the downtown area, I don't know if you can see that, I have these newer style street lights. So I think these work pretty well over there. I had them in boxes and now I use them. So I'm pretty happy about that. They look pretty good over there. These look pretty good over here, and that's great. Then I also left another spot for one more street light and some spots for trees. And I'm thinking I'm gonna build something similar to this type of tree that I built up here. It's nothing special or anything, but I kind of like the look of it. It looks like some of these smaller trees that you would see in a bigger city. And I actually want to build way more of these for up here to put them like in maybe these spots or something like that. But I just realized I'm talking way too much. So yeah, the last few things, I also placed some street lights. I think that's something that my city was missing before. I like that. And I ran out of pieces. So that's the reason this sidewalk is not complete. But I'm gonna do that. And then I'm also gonna, put some greenery in this area around the train tracks. I don't think I'm really gonna do anything spectacular there except for some trees and some bushes. If you have some ideas for this corner, please let me know. But right now the idea is to make that a little bit less special, and just, as I said, plants and stuff like that, because this area with the train station right behind the buildings, it's already quite dense, and having another special thing kind of right here in this corner would probably make the area look a little bit too cramped. But yeah, that's just a thought. If you have ideas, please let me know. And that is the city update. That's all the stuff that really happened. I'm sorry there isn't any more special progress, but next city update should be coming, I don't want to say soon, because then it's probably gonna take a few months again, but I don't know, maybe in like 4 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know, depending on my motivation and time and all that stuff, but I should be able to get something out. And here's another look at the street lights, how I placed them. So I think that's gonna look quite good once there are sidewalks in here. So I will order some pieces to finish building this sidewalk over there, and of course for more sidewalks in the city. And so I think the next video you can expect is probably gonna be a haul of these pieces. And yeah, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed this city update and talking about stuff. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.